Bienvenidos a mi canal. Me llamo Brian. In this video, I'm going to show you how I study Spanish session, or rather, I'm in the middle of a Spanish session, but at the beginning. So I am learning a little bit of grammar. So this is a YouTube channel that I love. I found this YouTube channel this week actually. It's called the Language Tutor. This channel, as well as I'm gonna give him a shout out. Speak Spanish Now. It's three YouTube channels that I like. I like the Language Tutor, him. I like this guy right here, Speak Spanish Now, and then we have another guy, who is from Puerto Rico. He has Speak Spanish Faster. So those are my three primary channels that I watch. This is my bro right here. So all three of these channels are fantastic. I give them both, all three, a 5 out of 5. If you follow any one of them, the Language Tutor, Speak Spanish Now, Speak Spanish Faster, all of them are fantastic. So what am I learning? What I'm learning? I think I like Speak Spanish Now because he's a Black American and I'm a Black American, and so the Speak Spanish Faster, he's African American and Puerto Rican. I like, and the other guy is, I don't know where he's from. He's a white guy. They are all great, but when you could see someone that look like you speaking the language, it does help a bit, or someone that you share some type of commonality with. That's why I mentioned that. So he's from North Carolina. He's really good at speaking Spanish and breaking it down. So what I wanted to learn was pronouns, and like these guys, they all broke it down so simple. Like that's how I found their channels. They broke it down similarly, but a little bit different. And sometimes you have to hear the same thing explained to you in many different ways to understand. So I'm gonna show you something. So like in Spanish, now you have, what are the tenses? Past, present, future. And then you can even say we have a gray area where we're talking about something that could happen, right? Almost like an imaginary state. So we have AR verbs, ER verbs, IR verbs. The difference between English and Spanish is that with Spanish, we have to conjugate the suffix of the verb that we're using. In English, the verb does not change. So a lot of times when we start learning Spanish, to a native speaker, like if I say, yo hablar español, since I know that the word hablar means to speak, in Spanish it's going to sound like I too speak Spanish, because the R, the AR at the end of the word means to speak. So I need to learn how to conjugate it to say yo, like, so if I'm talking about me, I use yo. If I'm talking about to, I use as. To meaning you. If I'm speaking about he or she, I'm using as the suffix. If I'm talking about us, we, I use amos. If I'm in Spain, I will use, and I'm saying like vosotros, like you all, I will use ace. And if I'm talking about them or they, I will use an. So I would say, for example, ellos hablan español. They speak Spanish. Vosotros habláis español. You all speak Spanish. Nosotros hablamos español. We speak Spanish. Él or ella habla español. he or she speaks Spanish. Tú hablas español, like tú hablas español, like you speak Spanish, or yo hablo español, like I speak Spanish. So little things like that can really go a long way to getting the language down pat. And the rules, like I liked his diagram, guys, because he made it so simple that a baby could understand it, like a little kid could understand it. So I just wanted to share that. Peace.
Listen, when you're learning anything in life, you don't need a classroom. The world is your classroom. I repeat, when you're learning anything in life, you don't need a classroom. The world is your classroom. Oftentimes, we have been boxed in and taught that if you're not in a classroom, if you don't receive a piece of paper or certification saying that you know this, then you are uncredentialed. You don't have the credentials in order to be I am that I am. We have to challenge that way of thinking, because let's look at our world. Is that thinking making the world a better place? Now, yes, we need standards, right? But a lot of times people are demonized or criticized for being so-called self-taught. But isn't that how we learn everything? That the world is your classroom. The way that we're taught, knowledge is destroyed in a lot of these classrooms, because this is how classrooms work. And I disagree with this so much. If you make a mistake, then that means that you don't know. So therefore we're going to fail you. But in life, you have to make a mistake in order to learn. You see the difference? School is not based on real life. In real life, people make mistakes. And as they make mistakes, that's how we learn how to go about not making that mistake again. In school, if you make a mistake, if you fail too many tests, then you fail the class. Problem with the American school system is we teach facts in every subject, but we don't teach context. Context is how we learn, really. We don't learn a lot of context in anything. The problem why a lot of people struggle with math, they learn facts about math, but they don't learn how to use it contextually. They don't give you a lot of context. So you're taking a geometry class or a trigonometry, a statistics class, but you're just learning a bunch of facts. You're not actually using context on how to apply this in the real world. That's where people struggle. And that's why people say, well, what's the point of me learning this? The problem with the American school system is we teach facts in every subject, but we don't teach context. Context is how we learn, really. We don't learn a lot of context in anything. The problem why a lot of people struggle with math, they learn facts about math, but they don't learn how to use it contextually. They don't give you a lot of context. So you're taking a geometry class or a trigonometry, a statistics class, but you're just learning a bunch of facts. You're not actually using context on how to apply this in the real world. That's where people struggle. And that's why people say, well, what's the point of me learning this?
Paz, buen familia, menos estresa, simplemente.